Alright, replay analysis for blue. Diamond 2 doubles. I suppose we'll just get into it. Alright, so kick off. Basically, pretty much the first thing you should do is just try and use 2 flips on the kickoff. So use your flip on the boost. That way you don't have to waste as much. It's basically you get more speed out of it and you can save boost at the same time if you want to. So it's definitely something you want to do as early as possible. Yeah, just to help out your kickoffs. Anyway, that's just a basic thing. Anyway, so good center. Unfortunately, they dog piled on. Rotation was okay, but one thing you could have done is a couple things you could have done is use your ball cam more, and secondly, try and grab some more small bursts while you're rotating back. Could have god damn it. None. Could have easily traced a path where you like grab this small burst and then this one, and then maybe a couple over here, and then turn around, while trying to keep ball cam on as much as possible. If it just flick it on and off, but definitely just try and make yourself more efficient at picking up boosts and all that. You see, you kind of skip over a lot of boosts and only pick up the last 2. So if that shot had come in faster, or if your teammate had missed it, you would have been in less of a position to get it. But he does get it, and honestly, not the best move here. What you should be doing now is trying to control the ball. One of your opponents is off in the corner. The other guy is obviously not going to go for this, so he's rotating away. What I'd want to be doing is right now is turning off ball cam and looking at that ball indicator. And waiting to catch the ball. But instead you go up for it, which means you now throw away the ball. Your teammate's in a position to get it, but yeah, it just would have made it more efficient. You would have had possession, and your teammate throws it away as well anyway. So it makes this whole process a lot longer than it should be, getting it up the field. See, it has to come back to you before you get it up the field properly. Anyway, you hit it up into the wall, which was pretty good. But then you underestimate, I suppose, where the bounce is going to go, and you end up missing that. But you get a lucky demo in it, so it works out. You get a bump as well. Probably could have played this part a little better. What I would have wanted to do is try and get a bit of speed onto it, so not go for a shot straight away because you're not at a good angle, and whoever you've just demoed is rotating back. So what you want to do is just, if it lets me, what you want to do is just hit it into the corner. Yeah, just hit it straight at the corner, and that way, oh god damn it, I hate this. But yeah, while I'm restarting this, I'll just run through it. So basically, if you hit it into the corner, they'll give you more momentum, and it also wrong foots the opponents a little bit, because because obviously they believe that you will just hit it at the goal, which is exactly what you do. And that means your shot's going to be weak, it's going to be easy to respond to. So what you want to do in that situation is just make sure that you're wrong footing the opposition, making sure that they don't know what you're going to do. Make it as hard as possible for them to save it. By rebounding it off into the corner, they'll give the ball more speed, and that way you will have a lot better of a shot once it comes back to you. Making use of the walls is a habit to definitely try and get into, instead of just going for a straight shot. Anyway, we'll get this back going. Hopefully they fix that dumb slider bug one day, but we got that up. Yes, we do. Good stuff. Alright. Dude, there's you. You were abouts. Hereabouts. Here we go. Alright, so. Yeah, weak shot. They clear it out pretty easily. You rotate back, but too late. You'll see what your teammate did, and why that screwed up. Well, the main problem is once he saw that demo happen, he started creeping up, and he ended up wasting all his boost here. You see, tapping away the boost, and eventually he will have nothing because he's way too close to, hasn't he? And yeah, that'll be the goal. So, in the end, your fault because you made a really weak hit when you shouldn't have, and your teammate's fault because he creeped up for no good reason. He should have been back on the midline. So there you go. Go off, phone shoot up and all. So you do there. Good decision. You saw that he was going to go for it, and you waited. You just waited up for the inevitable hit. What you should have done here, though, is you're in the exact right position to get this. What you should have done now is backflipped into it about here. You should have just jumped, just backflip really, and that way it'll go back into the corner, no threat. And it was obvious you're trying to go for some big boom and clear, and it's a bit too risky. When you're going for those, you want to have it that the front of your car is hitting the ball, not the side. But yeah, there just backflip into it. That would have made that a lot less complicated, and now it'll take longer to get out. Put it into the corner though. A bit of weak of a hit though. Yeah, just kind of threw away the ball there. I think you're pressured by the opponent a bit too much when he wasn't really in a position to challenge you. So you should, again, just control the ball. You could have taken one slight touch and then gone for a flick. But anyway, you get it forward. And a 50-50, that's fine. Yeah, shouldn't have turned to the... You just turned the wrong direction here, so therefore you weren't in the... Instead of turning right, try and turn left there. Try and turn into the ball, not away from it. That means you're out of position for this, and will be saved as a result. Nitpicking a bit, but also with these recoveries, try and jump, and then try and do a jump so that you get to the ground faster. And then once you're advanced enough, you'll be able to wave dash. That's good pass. Doesn't happen in the goal, but what was that? This is better. Small boost pick up at least. Not so good rotation from you there into goal. What you should have done is stayed a bit wide. Definitely should have just hung around about here. That way you can cover the center. You can cover both the center, and if he does shoot it straight across the center, you can just intercept it. Basically, overall, it's a bit overrated to be right in goal, and you need to make sure that you're covering as many options as possible. And being about here, that you can cover everything, but being where you were, you could only cover the center ball if you anticipated it early. And being here just cuts that out and makes it a lot easier for yourself. So definitely something to recommend. So yeah, you end up getting banned, and you're lucky that they completely miss it. And we'll see what you do here. You don't control the ball again, you throw it away. Give him a free possession again. You just need to control the ball there, try and dribble it around him. He's anticipating for you to hit it up to him. So just dribble it along the ground. Anyway. This is okay though. You should be going for that. Once he's hit it here, he's not getting it back. He's not going to score from here with your teammate where he is, so You should just be going for this once it bounces off the wall. Instead you don't. You give him a free go at it, he completely misses. And now you're just kind of stuck in goal for no reason. You go to grab boost. I don't know why. And they almost score because of that. You should not be going... If you absolutely think you need boost, which you kind of do here, but 16's enough. But if you want to grab... You'll only need an extra 24 boosts for whatever's coming next. So just grab a couple of small boost pads that are around the goal. Like grabbing that without boosting, grabbing that pad, like would have been a lot more efficient. You just got to realize what you actually need for the situation, not what you want. Anyway, you miss the demo attempt, so you get demoed. Stop tapping the boost. I really hate this when this happens, to be honest, when you get people who, the moment they get some boost, they'll just go tap, 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 and before you know it, they've lost 40 boosts, and like, what's the point? You may as well have just picked up, what, five small boost pads, and you'd be on 62. Like, literally no point picking up that large boost pad. If you're just going to do that, you've tapped away more boosts, you've tapped away half your boost, and in the end, you've done basically a half circle around your defensive area. That's no way to be efficient. And again, you tap away. And look where that got you. In the end, you ended up creeping way too close, and you almost got beat. Luckily, you didn't. But yeah, just a bit of a dumb move overall. And right now, you should just be concentrating, picking up a few more small boosts as well, while your teammate takes it up. But regardless. And again, you don't control it. You don't try to control the ball. What you should have done is tap this at the wall, and then it rebounds off the wall, or rolls up the wall, and then you can take possession. Here you just kind of try and stop the momentum of the ball, and that won't happen when it's coming at you that fast. So, and it just ends up giving them a free go at goal, and they score. Just overall a very inefficient 20 seconds or so. Very inefficient, very timid, very indecisive. Again, use your 2 flips on that. I don't really know why you aren't going for this once the opponent controls the ball. Your teammate's rotating back, that means he's got goal covered. Worst case scenario here, you get flicked. Worst case scenario here is that you get flicked. If you had gone for that, you end up getting flicked, but that means the opponent's just thrown away the ball. And that means your teammate can take it, and that's exactly what happened. You know, thing is, you remove the possibility of you taking the ball yourself. So, yeah, just not a good decision. I don't know what you're doing there. Your teammate scores. So what happened there? Well, basically, the dunk ended up happening, and they were surprised by it, and they got destroyed. So. It's fine. Pretty basic. There. Look at what Grabson did. So basically, he didn't bother going for this because he wasn't confident in his aerial ability. He, instead of turning left, decides to go backwards. Doesn't know how to half left properly, and gets destroyed. That's just indecisiveness at its best and worst. Don't know why you aren't going for that. You could have definitely got to it, in my opinion. Definitely. Would have been a close call, but you would have made it first. Instead, you just kind of risk it, and you do another meek center ball, and they almost score. What you should have done is not jump into this. You had the position behind the ball, so instead just control it. But you don't. not wise. At this point, when you've decided to commit to your backboard, don't just try and turn around like this, because that means you may have the high ground, but that doesn't really matter when your opponent's just closer. So and you don't even jump for it properly. I don't know what that it was, to be honest. What you should have done there was just stay on the wall, but you don't. Anyway. You clear it out. That was alright, I suppose. And you missed the challenge, that's fine though. Fortunately, what's not fine is your teammate diving in for no good reason, and that'll be a goal. Again, use 2 flips. Good dodge in the demo though. Don't know why you decided to follow the ball right like that. He has no reason to carry it across like this, so why are you following it as if he's going to do that? You should be following it as if he's going to... Pretty much as if he's going to shoot at goal. So, but you don't, and you almost get scored on. And tapping away the boost. No harm done there. I don't know why you're so slow and rotating back for large boosts, and you shouldn't even be going back for large boosts in the first place. Look what you had before you conveniently tapped away all of it. You had 42 boost. Your teammate's in a position to get this ball. What you should be doing is picking up some small boost pads around you without tapping away all of your boost. Because look what you do here. Oh look, there goes 30 odd of your boost for no good reason. And then you don't even make any sort of haste to getting back for the large boost. And you completely miss a goal opportunity. Look at that open net. You miss it, and they'll clear this out almost certainly. But they don't, so goal. But you get what I mean though? Like, this could have been done so much cleaner. If you had been like over here at this point, somewhere over here, after collecting about 4 or 5 small boost pads, being on like 60 boost, and being ready to do whatever needs to be done. Look at this now. If you had been here, right in front of her, you've got an open net, 2 opponents flailing around. But instead you're not, you're still coming in now. And you completely fluff it. And it takes the opponent screwing up twice for you to score. You shouldn't have to rely on that. You should be able to rely on your own skill, not the opponent's shortcomings, basically. Don't know why you went for the shot that early. What you should be doing is here. In these situations, you should always be trying to dribble the ball, unless the net is open. Like absolutely open and not much chance of the opponent getting there first. This, controlling the ball here, means that you can trick out the opponent a little bit. Maybe flick him, maybe fake him. At worst, you get a 50-50 challenge going. As that way it'll keep it in the field longer. It puts more pressure on this. You've just relieved a lot of pressure from that opponent by throwing it away. Because he knows, oh, I'm going to save this, and he does. It's a close one, but he saves it nonetheless. Just taking a ton of pressure off them. And now they can get the ball out. And they do. And now the pressure's on you instead of being on them. And for the first time, you control the ball. What happens is you get dunked on. Why is that? because you decided to control it for too long. What you should have done is about now flicked it, but you haven't flicked it. You're in the perfect position to hit it right over his head and probably score if you hit it in the right direction. But you don't, you get dunked on, and it's back in your half for a bit longer. Again, you're just kind of being passive, you're not really doing anything. What you should be doing here is picking up some small boosts, just zipping around and grabbing it, but you're not, so you end up picking one by complete accident. It's just being, you know, productive, not screwing around doing nothing. Because in the end, it's what you do when you have space, not necessarily what you do when you are in a pressure situation. Like, here, you're kind of being half-hearted here. You boom it at the backboard, but then you don't really try to follow it up. Like, you look like you might try to go for a bump for a moment, but because you've run out of boost, you decide, nah, I won't do that. And, yeah, just kind of nothing. Anyway, you rotate back. You go for that for no reason. Don't know why you decided to turn around here. And besides, when you go for these, you've got to be a lot closer, and you have to jump while you're facing the other way. That way you still have momentum. You cannot be going for these while you're facing at the ball. But you cannot go for these after you face the ball, because you're going to be going a lot slower. And that's what happens. You get beat without even being close. You jump for it for no reason, you keep on jumping at it, and this will just turn into a lot of nothing. Because you wasted too much time, you give it to them. Throw away the ball, get them free possession. Again, doing a whole lot of nothing, but your teammate will score here, so that'll be the end of it. But in the end, it's not really so much about the result. It's more how you ended up getting it. And you called this lost rotation wise game. I'm guessing, yeah. So, lost rotation wise, not so much really. I think your rotation was okay. It was reasonable. It was what you decided to do on your rotation that made you lost. Like, just when you're rotating, you just do nothing for so long. You're either in where's the nearest large boost pad mode, or how much boost can I throw away while doing nothing mode. So and you can't be having that. You really just can't be having that in any circumstance. So what you really need to do is concentrate on making use of those small boost pads, actually looking for them. And second of all, actually figure out how you can be productive while rotating. Because just because you aren't the immediate guy on the ball doesn't mean you can't be productive. Doesn't mean you can't have an impact on the game. Like what? I'll find a 2v2 game actually. Why is that saying 2v2? I'm just going to find a 2v2 game of me and show you examples. We'll do that, why not? This is me, yes it does. And it's done it again. Nice. But yeah, basically, and also your kickoffs. Honestly, it is pretty worrying for mid-diamond players not using, like pretty much using the most basic kickoff possible, and it makes you slow. It makes you very easy to beat if your opponents decide to exploit it. But yeah, that's pretty much most of that, I think. I think my only other concern was the control that you had. Was how much you tried to control the ball, which was basically once. You only tried to control the ball once in the entire game, and you got completely shat on when you tried it because you didn't know what to do. You're pretty much very inexperienced in that area, obviously, because you're pretty much in that mode of throw away the ball if there's any minor threat. Instead of actually trying to read the situation and thinking, is this an actual threat, or am I just being unreasonable? Alright. Nah, we'll start with something else, so... I'll try and find a place where I'm in open field, and go from there. Let's see. Just trying to find a place where I'm actually in an open field. It's hard to find though this game, obviously. But anyway, we'll probably just go to the point. Kickoffs would probably be a good place to start. So anyway, diagonal kickoff. See what I do here. I flip here, and I get a win and a goal. So it's less about the end result, it's about what I'm doing here. So I'm flipping here, that means I'm more efficient with my boost. I have 21 boost coming into this now, compared to what you had 0, and I'm going a lot faster than what you were. And that means I can use this 21 boost to beat the opponent and score. If I didn't have the 21 boost, I wouldn't have scored. So anyway. Just trying to find a moment. Obviously though, in 2s, it's a lot harder to find those moments sometimes to pick up those small boost pads, but it's like... just gotta find those moments, I suppose, anyway. But yeah, I think it's just, main problem though, is that control of the ball. You gotta, I'm gonna turn this down as well. Definitely gonna make sure you control that ball a lot more. I think it's just saying you gotta practice in game really. It's something you gotta make a habit out of in game, practicing those the ball control, dribbling it instead of throwing it away. Like just going into free play really, and just trying to keep the ball around you. Like just trying to keep control of it. That way you don't throw it away and all that stuff. Because it is very easy to just throw away the ball. It's the easy way to play it, play all situations. But the thing is, that's a habit that works in Platinum, just booming it every time. Because yeah, the defense isn't good enough at that rank. But the defense is good enough higher than that. And especially in Diamond, and you saw that. Every time you threw away the ball, it just got hit back at you. So definitely saying to be improved on. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. With those, actually with the kickoffs, yeah, just go into free play because you get put into kickoffs positions and just practice using your second flip. But yeah, I think that's it. I'll chuck this up, and if you need anything else, just ask me. And yeah, I think that's done. Goodbye.